You can have the COVID sewer surveillance team come around.
Yeah.
Collect everybody's refuse.
Oh my gosh. And then we would be so right.
That would be devastating. That would get that would break the will of the American people.
Yeah, it would. It truly would.
They would
I'm getting defeated just thinking about it. I'm like, oh.
Whatever $10 trillion Biden wants to print up to fix the sewer problem, there would be no argument from anybody.
Yeah, that makes me depressed to think about. It's not a good situation.
Those sewer treatment plants are pretty like heavy duty, establishments. I mean, I can drive by one here within 10 miles of my house, and it is huge. It is a big operation and pipes going everywhere. Everything's controlled by computers. Something goes wrong there, you reverse the flow. It's all over, baby.
Well, anyway, that's, I think we're basically, relaying the proper message here of just, focus on being able to sustain yourself, because you never know when a cyber hack from Russians is going to knock out your electric grid. And, it may not be for long periods of time, but certainly enough to cause pain. And because all they need is for the people to want the change that the elite establishment are trying to implement. If they can force the people to want it, then it doesn't matter. They can create whatever deception, whatever pandemic, whatever crisis is necessary.
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting because part of the whole building of the image of the beast in Revelation 13 is caused by that. It's caused by a deception. The false prophet, calling fire down from heaven, and the mortal head wound of one of the heads of the beast, or the horns of the beast. That's what causes, and then, the resurrection is what causes everybody to build the image. And so, you're not going to necessarily get everyone on board the satanic agenda because it's so cool. Right. It's most likely going to come because of some kind of desperation that is created, some kind of social engineering. So, yeah. In that regard, I mean, all of our infrastructure is.
I figured it out.
Target. Yep.
It's everything. And we can put this in the book, because if this happens, I don't know what I'll do. It's just, I will have reached a new level of time traveler.
Yeah.
It'll be the water.
Uh-huh.
It'll be the sewer.
Uh-huh.
Within close proximity of each other.
Okay.
Then it'll be a cause for an infrastructure addition to turn sewage into drinkable water, like Bill Gates and his poopy drinking water in 2015 to show off. And it's about time to bring society into the next level, where all of our drinking water comes from is recycled from sewage. Just like Bill Gates wanted it.
Just as effective with all this is just like a shortage on pets. I'm telling you.
Shortage on pets.
In America, come on. They're like, no more cats, no more dogs.
That'd be hard to convince people of these. Every spring, there's too many cats to.
I know those cats. They just
kitten season, baby.
Themselves.
Yeah.
They don't listen to the New World Order.
Duplicate asexually. Yeah. All right. Well, we got one more cyberdemic update here. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is coming from thehackernews.com. The Hacker News. The headline reads, U.S. seizes domains used by SolarWinds hackers in cyber espionage attacks. Dun, dun, dun. So here we go. Here's an update on the SolarWinds. Days after Microsoft SecureWorks and Volexity shed light on a new spear phishing activity unleashed by the Russian hackers who breached SolarWinds IT management software, the U.S. Department of Justice Tuesday said it intervened to take control of 2 command and control and malware distribution domains used in the campaign. The court authorized domain seizure took place on May 28th, the DOJ said, adding the action was aimed at disrupting the threat actors' follow-on exploitation of victims, as well as block their ability to compromise news systems. The department, however, cautioned that the adversary might have deployed additional backdoor accesses to the interim period between when the initial compromises occurred and the seizures took place last week. Quote, the action is a continued demonstration of the department's commitment to proactively disrupt hacking activity prior to the conclusion of a criminal investigation, said Assistant Attorney General John C. Demers for the Justice Department's National Security Division. Quote, law enforcement remains an integral part of the U.S. government's broader disruption efforts against malicious cyber-enabled activities. Cyber-enabled. Even prior to arrest, and we will continue to evaluate all possible opportunities to use our unique authorities to act against such threat. Unique authorities. That's very interesting. Let's remember that for analysis here because it'll fit in. The two domains in question, theyardservice.com and worldhomeoutlet.com, were used to communicate and control a Cobalt Strike beacon called Native Zone that the actors implanted on the victim network. The wide-scale campaign, which was detected on May 25th, leveraged a compromised USAID account at a mass email marketing company called Constant Contact. Oh no, Constant Contact. That's right, folks. It's Constant Contact, the boomer email service.
Such a whole, I'm sorry.
It's a bad company.
I've had to use Constant Contact for this side thing, and it is just one of the worst platforms ever.
They were some of the first to market when it comes to like individuals and companies be able to run mass email campaigns, and they basically have not updated their user interface since 1997.
It takes forever to load a page.
It's a horrible service.
I tried to, you know how you can drag and drop images and stuff now in different building, like website building platforms? I tried to do that. Doesn't work. No. You gotta like go. It's just
it's a lot of work. It keeps the boomers busy trying to use Constant Contact. Horrible. So it does not surprise me that they used Constant Contact to hide their hacking operation.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Email marketing company called Constant Contact to send phishing emails to approximately 3,000 email accounts at more than 150 organizations. Once the recipients clicked on the embedded link in the email message, a subdomain of theyardservice.com was used to gain an initial foothold into the victim machine, exploiting it to retrieve the Cobalt Strike backdoor to maintain persistent presence and potentially deliver additional payloads. Quote, the actor's instance of the Cobalt Strike tool received C2 communications via other subdomains of theyardservice.com, as well as the domain worldhomeoutlet.com, the DOJ said. Microsoft attributed the ongoing intrusion to the Russian threat actor. It just calls him the Russian threat actor. It tracks as Nobelium. And by the wider cybersecurity community under the monikers, lots of monikers there. FireEye,
there's some good ones in here.
CrowdStrike, Velexity, SecureWorks,
Dark Halo, and Iron Ritual.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Let's see here. It talks about they've found some more malware, et cetera, and how they're doing it. So, but I think the interesting part of this is talking about the DOJ and the the DOJ and DOJ. Yeah, just the DOJ. Okay. The Department of Justice seizing these domains, theyardservice.com and what is it? Worldhomeoutlet.com. It doesn't do anything. They haven't actually done anything.
We have your domains now.
We took down your domain. It's like, Bro, a 12-year-old hacker can take someone's domain. Like, it's not that impressive. But what this is the DOJ trying to prove that they're all savvy on the cybersecurity thing, that they're trying to threaten hackers by saying, well, we'll take your domain. Because, here's the thing. Yeah, maybe you took that domain, and in about 10 minutes, they can just spin up a new domain for $12 and load up their stuff to that. So taking control of these domains, while on one hand, yeah, I guess kind of sends a message like we're on to you, does
but not really.
Not really at all.
That's kind of like, getting slapped at a robot mech fight, by just
what a metaphor.
Regular hand. I'm just saying, you got a robot mech, but on one hand, and then somebody walking up,
a human fighting
slap.
a robot mech, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, it doesn't really do anything. This is just another example of a government agency sort of having to do something for sort of PR,
the tax
and funding.
Dollars,
right? They need to justify their billions of dollars budget every year. They need to just show that they're doing something. They need to, SolarWinds. There's been no new news recently. This is the only news that's come out about it. And this tells me that they are completely at a loss for what to do about this threat. Well,
I did think of another possible infrastructure that could be hacked pretty easily, and this isn't, I don't know how effective it would be in rural areas, but in cities, if they hacked the stoplight system, you can cause all kinds of death and destruction. But
the stoplight system, yeah, okay, that's another good one.
You can really cause some issues there, but you can only do it like once per intersection. Like once people crash into each other, that intersection goes offline, basically. So you're not going to get other people driving through there.
Right.
But the other...
Get the whole system.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If you get the whole system, then you got everybody thinking all lights are green and, you got issues. The other one, I found this article from 2016 from Sydney Morning Herald 3 years ago. From hackable toilets to major infrastructure. Former MI5 boss warns of new terror frontier. Hackable toilets. I guess they were talking about it before we were, but
yeah, it's possible.
More proof. I don't know. My toilet isn't. Go
offline with digital. Your toilets, folks.
Yeah, I know.
Don't connect your toilet to Wi-Fi. It's a security threat. Yeah, okay, I need to get out. I gotta go to the DMV.
Yes. Time. I didn't even see the time.
Yeah, it's okay. No, we're doing okay, but we do need to go. So there we go. That's it, folks, for this episode of Canary Cry News Talk. We'll be back on Friday. That is June 4th. That's right. Friday, June 4th. We'll be back here. So saddle up and take a majestic leap over to June 4th and catch the show. Thank you very much. And thank you to all of our producers of this episode of Canary Cry News Talk, episode 3, 4, 5. And in order of appearance, thank you to producers, one Mac in Texas, producer Kathy G, Scott K, Tristan H, Eric R, Ciara, James H, Mama G, Sentient Roomba, Sir Casey the Shield Knight, and Christian D. And of course, a happy birthday to Hannah G over there.
Yeah, and happy birthday.
Of course, thank you to Jade Bouncerson for our timestamps, and all of our artists and jingle makers and everybody who makes this show possible. You guys are the best. And if you want to be the best, also head on over to patreon.com/ccnt. Excuse me. Or even better, canarycryradio.com/support. canarycryradio.com/support. Oh gosh, I'm okay. I made it through. That's right. canarycryradio.com/support. Become a producer of the show and feel the weight, the burden lift off of your shoulders as the cold, unfeeling grasp of the advertising industry and its many tentacles into your life weakens at the spiritual implications of you disconnecting from the expectations that it's heralded over you for so long. That's right. Become a producer of the show. Take some ownership and some responsibility. Join the rebellion. And let's keep this show going, folks. We can only do it with your help. But if supporting the show financially is not in the cards for you, there's plenty of ways you can help the show. That includes creating